Hey, what's going on, Swifters? It's Swift here, and guys, welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 15W39C. This video is going to be short because there's really not a whole lot that came out this week in terms of the snapshot land, and darn, Mr. Crow, feeling powerful today. So, what do we have today? Well, the first thing I want to show you guys is fun with pumpkins. Basically, they just allowed or added dispensers to now dispense pumpkins directly onto your head. Voila! So I've got a whole dispenser full of pumpkins here, and now if you rig them up, you can walk right into them. So just in time for Halloween, you can rig up all your dispensers and have pumpkins placed directly onto your head. Do you want to see that again? Because I do. Boop, there we go. So there you guys go. One thing I was actually finding with this when I was setting this up was it doesn't happen from range. So if you do something like this, it's just gonna, like where there's one block in between you and the dispenser, it's not really gonna work. It happened to me one time, but I think I was extra close. So you really gotta put like the mechanism, the button or whatever you're gonna be using in order to, hello little rabbit, how you doing there little rabbit? Cute little guy. You gotta put whatever, mechanism that's going to activate the dispenser like right next to it in order for that to get activated. So just a little tip for you guys in case you were wondering how that sort of worked. Also, it can be applied to armor stands as well. So once again, I just put a chest full of pumpkin or a dispenser full of pumpkins there. And as you can see, it gets applied directly to the armor stand when I step on the pressure plate. So pretty cool. And lastly, they allowed this to happen as well. Boop. So now you can have villagers with pumpkins on their head, which I'm honestly not sure if you could do before or not, but it looks really cool. It looks really, really awesome. So like I said, just in time for Halloween, their noses do stick out the bottom though, which is a little bit weird. So it's like your pumpkin has a bit of a goatee and the goatee is the nose. I don't know what to make of this other than it's a little bit odd, but I mean, if that's what they want, oh, the bunny's like, get out of there, I want my pumpkin, get off that, my turn. You don't weigh enough, little baby rabbit. But anyway, so yeah, that's the costumes that I guess they can wear for this Halloween. The last thing, well, there's a couple other things. Basically just performance has been increased, redstone and piston contraptions visibly update much faster. And if you're someone who has an older computer, they claim that in this snapshot, the performance is going to be better for older computers. Now, back on the 15, because I'm running 15W39C, but on 15W39A, so the first edition of this snapshot, I didn't honestly want to make a video on this yesterday when this came out because there wasn't a whole lot. But with the pumpkins added today, I wanted to do this for you guys. But they increased, or they changed the heights barely of some mobs. So creepers are slightly shorter. If you want to, I don't know. It's not going to be something that you're really going to be able to visibly see, right? So creepers, do they look shorter to you guys? I don't know if they really look shorter to me. Maybe a tiny bit on first glance, but then they just become normal looking again. So they're now 1.7 blocks tall rather than 1.8. So really not a huge change. Skeletons are slightly taller, they say, at 1.99 blocks tall rather than 1.95. Of course, when you turn into a pile of burning ash, the sun bakes you, you're not gonna be tall at all, are you? That's right, you better run away. Cows and mushrooms are slightly taller now by 1.4 blocks rather than 1.3. Iron golems slightly shorter, 2.7 rather than 2.9. Squid slightly smaller at 0.8 blocks square rather than 0.95. Villagers are slightly taller at 1.95 blocks tall rather than 1.8. That may be the more noticeable one, honestly. That's the biggest change out of all of them. And then wolves are slightly taller at 0.85 rather than 0.8. So I don't know, do you guys see any height difference in these villagers? I don't really, it's very hard to tell. But that's this week's snapshot, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit your that like button down below, guys. It definitely helps me out, it really does. And I will see you guys hopefully again next week for another snapshot. Peace.
I've been throwing something special for your pup.
Great, we'll be on our way then.
Thank you.
Well, great. So we just got a new quest. This is amazing. Poor Andrew, he's stuck in that tree though.